Good evening and welcome to NEWSBREAK Live. I'm Hiba Sama. Thanks for joining us. Torrance police are looking for a hit-and-run suspect. Investigators say a collision involving a car and a bicyclist in the area of Hawthorne Boulevard and 227th Street happened early Monday morning. Officers found an unresponsive bicyclist in the northbound lane of Hawthorne Boulevard. CPR was administered, but the victim was pronounced dead on scene. Surveillance video shows the suspect's car could be a 2006 to 2009 Toyota 4Runner that is either tan or light gold in color. It should have front and damage mainly on the right side of the bumper. If you have any information regarding this collision, you are encouraged to contact the traffic division at 310-618-5557. At least 33 people are dead from Tropical Storm Florence. The Center for International Disaster Information suggests if you're looking to donate, to make sure it's a real organization. North Carolina's Governor Roy Cooper announced the state itself was accepting donations to help those affected by the storm. Contributions can be made by texting Florence to 20222. South Carolina is directing people to donate to the 1SC Fund, which helps fund nonprofits that work on recovery efforts related to natural disasters. Several national and international organizations are assisting victims, including the American Red Cross, United Way, St. Bernard Project, and Save the Children. GoFundMe also has verified a number of Florence-related aid efforts. Officials say be wary of crowdfunding links or organizations that seem to be suspicious. Blood supplies are also needed. Red Cross is urging local residents to consider donating blood. There's a critical need of platelets and type O. For more information, go to redcrossblood.org. Make sure to tune into the Torrance City Council meeting tonight. Members will proclaim September 22nd through the 28th as a Fall Prevention Awareness Week. It's a time to spread awareness about how falls are the leading cause of fatal injuries for older Americans and the most common cause of non-fatal trauma-related hospital admissions among older adults. Every 19 minutes, a senior loses his or her life due to injuries sustained from a fall, and every 11 seconds has injuries severe enough to require medical attention. And make sure to stick around for our guest segment tonight. City Librarian Hillary Thayer will join us to talk about the Senior Health Fair this weekend. It's that time of year again to prepare for the seasonal influenza. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention officials say it's never too early to start preparing for flu season. Last year, the flu hit epidemic levels for 16 straight weeks and more than 700,000 people were hospitalized. Doctors say the strain this year may be the same as last year. CDC advises people to get a flu shot by the end of October. This year, the vaccine will cover up to 4 different strains of the illness. Everyone over 6 months old should get the flu shot. Children under the age of 5, adults over the age of 50, anyone pregnant, and those with chronic health conditions are especially at risk for severe influenza. You can go to local pharmacies for the shot, urgent care clinics, and you can even see if your workplace offers it. And tonight's council meeting, Torrance Police Chief Eve Irvine will share an update on the coyote population. Make sure to tune in to learn more information on when the city began tracking the coyote problem. She'll share more on coyote sightings and what is being done. The city council meeting starts right at 7 p.m. And speaking of coyotes, the Camino College campus has a new feature that hopes to deter them. According to the college's new site, The Union, the campus now has coyote lights installed in an attempt to keep the species away from the area. Camino College Police Chief Michael Travis told The Union since 2018 there have been 6 coyote sightings reported on campus. The lights are made by Night Guard. They're solar powered and automatically activate at night. There's a flashing red light that deters the animals. Officials say nearly 50 have been installed across the campus. And there's always preventative measures you can take to prevent coyote interaction, including securing your food and trash, feeding your pets indoors, removing any fruit which has fallen to the ground from your trees, and don't leave water bowls outside. For more information, go to torranceca.gov on coyote tips. Crews were hard at work putting final touches to a project today. Final striping, signs, and sidewalks were finalized at the Anza Avenue and Lomita Boulevard intersection. It's part of the upgrades for signal left turn upgrades. Tomorrow, city staff will spend the day testing the flashing yellow arrow operation at each intersection. The Torrance Art Museum is partnering up with the Korean Cultural Arts Center for an exciting new exhibit. It's called Dae-bok Super Cool. The exhibit features art from a group of Korean Americans and Korean artists based in Los Angeles and in South Korea that relate to traditional, modern, and pop vernacular idioms. Korean and Korean American artists have exploded onto the international art scene in recent years with a contemporary voice that resonates across both East and West. There will be paintings, sculptures, and installations as viewed through the Korean eye. An opening ceremony will be hosted this Saturday at 6 o'clock. And a fun fact, Dae-bok originally means jackpot or big success. But now people also use it when they're surprised or shocked as an explanation and as a way to indicate that something super cool is happening. The exhibits will run through November 10th at the Torrance Art Museum located at 3320 Civic Center Drive. If you're a local business, you have the chance to display your products and services at an upcoming event. The Torrance Area Chamber of Commerce is hosting its Business Expo and Showcase once again on October 23rd. Right now, South Bay businesses can sign up to be part of it. There'll be more than 125 locations, local organizations, and nearly 400 people expected to attend. Chamber staff says it's the most engaging and dynamic networking event of the year. Spaces are limited. If you're interested, go to torrancechamber.com/expo 2018. Torrance Beach is cleaner today thanks to volunteers who picked up their gloves and bags to collect trash for Coastal Cleanup Day. Our reporter Roxana Paul tells us more.
While some were surfing, others were cleaning. With one mission and one goal in mind, more than 700 people took part in the 20th annual Coastal Cleanup Day. Christine Mata, a Torrance resident, came with her son.
Become a more responsible citizen and to show that volunteerism is a good inspirational thing. It's not motivational enough for him, to go out there in the world and find a job, but to actually extend that into the community and help out.
Mata says it's our responsibility to create a safe environment for children while respecting the plants and the animals.
If you're going to enjoy the beach, that we also have to be responsible citizens and clean up too.
Organizations and businesses such as Honda, John Deere, and the Boys and Girls Scouts clubs came out for this civic action.
And what a beautiful day to come out and do something good for the environment, good for the community. It's a good time of just coming together, connecting with people, having a great time.
Our outpouring of our community is just amazing. The volunteerism, it seems like it's part of the DNA of our community.
During the 3 hours period, nearly 353 pounds of trash and recyclable items were collected. Donna Dupron, president and CEO of the Torrance Area Chamber of Commerce, says she often goes beach camping with her husband, and for them it's important to keep it clean.
If everybody just takes the initiative to pick up and clean up after themselves, that would be wonderful.
For Torrance City Cable, I'm Roxana Paul.
Thanks, Roxana. Coastal Cleanup Day is the world's largest volunteer day to protect the environment. Now let's get to the weather. Today there was a high of 75 degrees with an expected low of 62. Then tomorrow there will be a high of 74 degrees. And on Thursday it will stay steady with a high of 75 degrees and a low of 65. A local company headquartered in Torrance receives a multi-million-dollar award for a unique production. IntelliSense Systems, Inc. announced today that it received a contract by the United States Air Force for the production of the micro-weather sensor. It's a remote, unattended operational weather sensor originally developed for the U.S. Special Operations Command. The U.S. Air Force recognized numerous uses for the MWS technology across its major commands. The IntelliSense team plans to fulfill the current contract over the next 4 months to 6 months by increasing the size of its production team and in-house manufacturing facilities. IntelliSense Systems, Inc. is a newly formed advanced technology company. It provides engineering solutions for sensor, optoelectronic augmented intelligence, and visual displays for the United States government and commercial markets. Today is the perfect day to indulge in a cheeseburger. We're celebrating National Cheeseburger Day, and whether you like yours with bacon, grilled onions, or pickles, restaurants around the South Bay are offering discount deals to honor the day. Black Angus Steakhouse is offering the Steakhouse Guacamole Burger with fries and a cold draft beer for just $10.99. This deal is only available at the bar. And Ruby Tuesday will give you a voucher for a free cheeseburger if you join the So Connected Club. Wendy's, McDonald's, Burger King, IHOP, and the Habit Burger are also celebrating with various specials. And if you're looking to satisfy a sweet tooth, you might want to stop by Marie Callender's. The restaurant's semi-annual pie sale is here. For $8.99, you can take home any whole pie. The special lasts for a limited time and is available only for takeout. The annual event includes a choice of more than 30 different pies, traditional favorites like cinnamon spiced apple, the juicy tart red cherry pie, and the famous pumpkin pie. The sale is held in September and January for 6 weeks every year. Cheesecakes, promotional pies, and seasonal fruit pies are not included in the special. You can visit Marie Callender's at 21211 Hawthorne Boulevard right here in Torrance. And here's some upcoming events. The 2018 Los Angeles International Ukulele Festival is taking place this Saturday from 8:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. at the James Armstrong Theater. You'll be able to enjoy performances and participate in workshops. Tickets are $45. Also on Saturday, you can watch South Bay's Got Talent at the James Armstrong Theater. It starts at 7 p.m. You can watch some of the best talent in the South Bay perform. The competition is in its 5th year. Then on Sunday, the Torrance Historical Society and Museum is hosting a walking tour from 1:30 to 3 p.m. The free docent-led tour begins at the museum. It will cover 8 blocks and reservations are not required. Well, in just 2 minutes, City Librarian Hillary Thayer will join me to talk about an event this weekend that helps seniors stay healthy and in their homes. We'll be back in just a few.
Get it.
Get it.
Get it.
Get it.
Get it.
Is she gonna get it, Daddy?
She'll get it. Get it. Get it.
When you bring home a Goodwill find, you give your whole town a reason to celebrate because you're also funding local job training and placement programs in tech, healthcare, and more. Goodwill. Bring good home.
Listen. All it took was someone who would insist that I just try.
Suddenly, everything was turned around because they judge you.
You tell them, I don't need this.
No one is going to understand.
Unless they've been through it, how can they?
Then one day you realize
You feel so hopeless.
I need help. I need help.
You feel so hopeless.
Then one day you realize
unless they've been through it, how can they understand?
I don't need this.
No one's going to judge you.
Suddenly everything was turned around because they insist that I just try.
All it took was someone who would just
listen.
Welcome back to the second half of NewsBreak Live, and joining me is Torrance City Librarian Hillary Thayer. Thanks so much for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
And we're here to talk about this Saturday, which will mark the second Senior Health Fair at the Katie Geiser Civic Center Library. So tell me, another year, another opportunity to spread awareness about senior safety.
Yeah, and this year we started last year with safety as the focus, but this year are expanding into overall health, not just the physical health, of seniors, but social health, mental health, and keeping everyone really connected in our community and bringing agencies together to help people know what's available.
Okay, and it takes place from 9 a.m. to 10:30 at the Katie Geiser Civic Center Library. Tell me a little bit about the setup. There's vendors from all over the South Bay.
We've expanded this year, actually. It's on Friday from 9:30 to 12:30. We've doubled the time and doubled the vendors. So we're going to be partly in the library meeting room and partly on the patio. We have vendors not only from the city, so we have city agencies like Torrance Transit and our senior services and our home improvement program, but we also have the Torrance Police Department, Torrance Fire Department, and outside agencies like the Braille Institute, South Bay Village. We have our local hospitals participating, Torrance Memorial Medical Center and Providence, and they'll be doing some health screenings, giving some information. It's going to be really nice with about 21 vendors participating and completely free.
Since you're talking about the vendors, I know you touched upon it right now, but a big important factor of the event is fall prevention, which the fire department talks about. So why is it important to spread awareness about such topics?
Well, as you'll see at City Council tonight, falls are just such a leading cause of injury in older adults, and a fall, even in someone's own home, can cascade into so many other health impacts, such as not being able to go outside and not being able to socialize with your friends. And all of that can just turn into other health problems. So at the fair, we're going to be talking about our city's fall prevention programs. Fall prevention classes offered for free through partnership with the fire department and the community services department, and then many things anyone can do in their home today to prevent a fall.
How did this event, it's a second year, but how did this event come about from the library and then connecting with other community partners?
Well, it started with a request from the fire department. They were looking at the number of paramedic calls that they were responding to with older adults falling in their home, and they wanted to offer fall prevention classes. We stepped in to support the classes because we can take registration and offer rooms and host classes, and then it turned into there are so many other agencies out there that can really help our seniors. Why don't we have a fair that can bring them all into one place and let people explore what they need today and learn about what they might need tomorrow or next year and know about it today.
One of the important parts of the fair is connecting the seniors with resources, because many times they're not aware of all the resources available. So can you talk a little bit in depth of some of these resources that will be there that day?
Sure. Well, one of the ones I'm really excited about, I only learned about 2 months ago, and that's that our county has a resource for family caregivers, for all those children and siblings and spouses that are helping to care for an older adult. There is a county resource for them. It's hosted at USC, and people may think, well, USC, I can't get there. They will be at our fair here in Torrance on Friday, so you can learn all about those resources. We also brought not only the Torrance Library, but our neighboring libraries. Palos Verdes, Redondo Beach, and LA County will be there, so you can explore the wide range of things that your libraries can do for you, from classes to home delivery of materials to connecting with other health resources. And the hospitals have really expanded, not only to talk about do medical testing, but to talk about other preventive classes they offer for free in the community, and you don't need to be a member of that hospital to attend.
Wow, that's wonderful. So many great resources, and many of them are at the library.
Yes.
So talk to me about some of the programs that you'll be sharing that are available to seniors here in the South Bay. The Torrance Libraries do so much throughout the year. So I think this is maybe one of the programs that maybe people don't talk about much.
Sure. One of the things I really don't like to hear, but I hear a lot, is an older adult will say, well, I used to read a lot, but now I can't read that fine print, or I can't get to the library. And we will be there promoting not only all the different types of materials we have audio, we have Braille talking books, but also we can register people for our Words on Wheels program. If somebody can't get to or use one of our libraries, we have a volunteer bring library materials to their home, and we can have them delivered to their home, a retirement home, to a hospice, or even in the hospital if the doctors allow it. and that's completely free. We want to make sure that nobody has a reason they can't use the library if they want to use the library. Another thing we'll be promoting is all of our socialization programs that seniors who want to get out of their home can join a crafting group, join a book group, come watch a movie, and just really engage and stay connected to their community.
And people can always go to torranceca.gov to see all the great events happening throughout the year at the library. And speaking of programs, the summer reading program was a huge success this year. And there was a spike in readers and people completing it. So that must have made you feel wonderful.
Oh, it was fantastic. We expanded our summer reading program in 2018 from 7 weeks to 10 weeks. And then we redesigned it to include more of the community, including more adults, including people who may have literacy issues or special needs or learning disabilities. The result was we had over 4,000 more people register, so over 9,000 people registered, and we had over 1,000 more people complete the program than we have ever had in the last 20 years. It was really exciting.
Wow, but even though the program may be over, what can people do now, whether you're an adult or a child, to stay on top of their reading and participate in the resources right here in their backyard?
Well, we always say our goal is reading, and we want you to read what you need in your life and what makes you happy and inspired. So for somebody who maybe could take books on a vacation during the summer and now they're back at work, if they're commuting, they can borrow audiobooks from the library and listen to a great novel in their car when they're on the freeway. We also invite people to join. We have 7 adult book groups, and they're completely free, and they're just wonderful fun. So even if you haven't quite finished the book, or maybe that book was a new adventure to you, come to the group and enjoy the discussion and meet lots of new friends.
And this is also a good time to reiterate that, yes, of course, the Torrance libraries have a diverse selection of books, but there's a lot of ways that people can learn about technology and research with computers, and that's all available at the library, right? You want to talk a little bit about that?
Sure. We have a couple of great online resources, one called lynda.com, where you can sign up with your Torrance library card to take online classes for free. And these can be technology classes from Microsoft Office to coding, and they could be classes in, for example, learning to be a music producer. You can take classes online for free. We are also starting our technology training out in our libraries. We got a grant to bring Chromebooks out to any of our branches to do technology training. And so these will be live classes we host in our libraries. Couple coming up, we're going to have a workshop at the Southeast Library on resources and information you need in a disaster or an emergency.
Okay.
And we're going to have a couple on learning to navigate the Social Security and Medicare websites. And of course, we'll be promoting those at the Senior Health Fair.
How do people sign up for those?
Just give any of your libraries a call or look on our website at www.library.torranceca.gov. It should all be on our online calendar of events, and we have flyers and an online mailing list for anybody who wants those flyers sent to their home.
So much great stuff happening at the library, and with school underway, I'm sure all those students are excited to be at school. What are some resources available at the library this year that students can take advantage of?
Well, a great one sponsored by our friends of the Torrance Library is online homework help. This is available through our website, and live tutors online from kindergarten through college are available from 1 to 10 p.m. 7 days a week, including Sunday night, when I know nobody leaves their homework till Sunday night. But 1 to 10 p.m. 7 days a week, and this is available for free with your library card. We also have our 3 homework centers at the Katie Geisert Library, Southeast Library, and North Torrance Library, and those are free computers set aside just for students to do their homework. And we're bringing on our volunteer homework helpers. And those are older students who can sit side by side with younger students in the library to help them with assignments. And all of those services are completely free. Just give us a call. We'll tell you more.
Wonderful. Hillary, is there anything else you'd like to add about all the resources available and the Senior Health Fair this Friday? I'm sure this is a great event that you've seen kind of grow, so I'm sure it's special for you.
It is, and it's really great to see people connect with resources that not only did they not know exist, they never thought to ask the question and never thought, hey, there is probably an agency out there that can help me with this. A lot of people keep their needs to themselves, and my goal is, I would say, walk into the library. We are the place you want to ask, and if we don't know, we're going to find out for you. So I hope the senior health fair is a big hit, and I encourage everyone who attends, please fill out a survey for us. This is going to be really important to planning the future of the health fair. It is, so drop in if you stay 10 minutes or 2 hours. Be sure to fill out a survey before you leave.
Well, thank you so much for your time, Hillary. It's always a pleasure to talk to you.
Thank you for having me.
And for viewers who are just tuning in right now, the Senior Health Fair is this Friday from 9:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. and it's longer, so if you have any time, please stop by the Katie Geiser Civic Center Library. And if you can't make this event, make sure to stay up to date on all library events here in the city of Torrance. Go to library.torranceca.gov. Well, that does it for NewsBreak Live. If you ever have news or video that you'd like to share, please email us at newsbreak@torranceca.gov. Also, if you missed any portion of the show, you can catch it all on Torrance City Cable's YouTube page. Have a great night.